Good evening everyone. Welcome to our first ever video presentation for marketing strategy development. Today we'll be talking about eBay case study. I hope that you all have read the 28-page long case study. I hope you find that interesting, and I hope that you like our presentation as well. So my name is Tammy and this is Troy.
Hello.
So we'll just start with our presentation now. This is just a short outline of what we'll be discussing. So we'll talk about the history of eBay, its corporate mission. Troy will talk about competitive advantage that eBay Kirby had back in 2008. And we'll talk about theories behind the company acquisition, because eBay's success nowadays has resulted from their acquisition. They acquire a lot of companies in related industry to support their business growth. Okay, and we'll start talking about eBay history. So this is a quick snapshot of eBay history from 1995, when the company was founded as an auction site, to 2010. So in 1998, the company went public and they appointed a president and CEO. The share price was expected to be $18 per share, but when it went public, it was actually $53 per share, which is a massive achievement for the company at the time. In 2008, eBay acquired PayPal. PayPal is a internet payment transfer, was very reputable of their security and the flexibility in transferring money across the world. In 2005, another big move of eBay, acquiring Skype. Skype was a voice over internet protocol technology that allows users and buyers can communicate to the internet. And in 2009, eBay actually decided to sell off Skype because they found out that the synergy between the two companies didn't work quite well. And we'll be talking about synergy, which is a very important element with any acquisition and mergers. So the company started as an auction site, and they had a mission to provide global trading platform where practically everyone can sell practically everything on their site. So it's a very big vision for the business. So you can see here, buyers and sellers are connected through these platforms. And Troy will talk about how eBay has managed to acquire a competitive advantage in the industry later on. This is just a snapshot in how they improved their revenue in 2004 and 2008. Most of the revenue came from auction and then fixed price. They introduced fixed price through the policy, so providing more flexibility for buyer users to decide on a selling term. So you can see in 2008 there's a shift in eBay revenue structure. So PayPal has managed to took over a lot of eBay revenue, and then Skype, which is only a tiny fraction. And we'll discuss why Skype and eBay didn't quite work. So Troy will talk about competitive advantage.
Before to start with my presentation, I have a great quotation to share with you guys. It is said that if you know your enemy, know yourself, you will win every battle. And now to start with my presentation, there's two parts we'll know through this presentation. It is VRIO and competitive profile matrix. So what is VRIO? VRIO is a tool to evaluate the advantage, competitive advantage of a company. What's it? VRIO stands for value, rare, costly to imitate, exploited by the organization. Value. What is value? The value is, we need to answer the question that is the firm, the company able to use the capabilities or the resource to exploit the opportunity or defend the threat. And with the rare, you need to think about like, is it popular or rare with the resources or capabilities? Costly to imitate. Think about the capital. Do you need to buy a lot of money to imitate it or not? Exploited by the organizations, you need to consider that it's suitable for your company or not. That's suitable for your culture or your management. And now, here you can see how to use it. You need to answer first, you need to answer the value, then you need to answer the rare, the costly imitate, the exploited by the environment organization. And with the values first, if you say no to it, it means like you don't have any competitive advantages. And if you say yes and say no to rare, then it is you have a is partly competitive advantages. You say yes to valuable, rare, but say no to imitate, costly to imitate. It means you are just have a temporary competitive advantages. And then you say yes to first part, but just say no to the final one. It means that you don't have the capability. You are not able to exploit it. It means unexploited competitive advantage. And finally one, congratulations if you say yes for fourth, valuable, rare, costly to imitate, exploited by the organization. It means like you have sustainable competitive advantages. And in this case, eBay, yeah, we can have 4 features: 4 resource, technical proficiency, usability, binding side, first mover advantage. And you can see here only first mover advantage bring eBay the sustainable advantages. But how to maintain it? Tammy will tell you about it in next part with synergy theory. And then I will talk about how to know your enemies. To know your enemies, you could use competitive profile metrics to compare your company with your competitors based on critical success factors. And here you can see the gap, which one you are better than your competitor, which one you are not good at your competitor. And you can see here several competitive critical success factors in the industry. And with the weight, what is it? The weight is how important of each critical success factor here. And with the rating, it shows how your company doing it well. And finally, this one, weighted score is the result of weight multiplied by rating. And here you can see the total, just only 1 for weight. This means like sum of all of these must be 1, not less than, not more than. And here you can see the scores here. You can see that who is the biggest guys in this industry, or it means who have more advantage in this industry. Here I just take it from on the internet. It's the source is super tutorials. But in my case study, I don't think this one is suitable for eBay. I think different one, based on different critical success factors. Moreover, you need to know that critical success factor is it depends on your perspective. Different one will have different critical success factor. But I think here is what is I think is suitable for eBay, and you can see some of them, and you can see here the weight. You can sum off all of them. It will be 1.0, and rating I want to write for them, and the scores you can see that eBay doing it better than Amazon. So I think if they sell eBay, is it okay? No, I don't think so. And Tammy, can you help me to know how to maintain the sustainable competitive advantage?
Hi, so as we mentioned before, that the success of eBay was resulted from its acquisition and mergers. So it has bought a lot of companies in related industry. So the industry is online e-commerce, so e-commerce and online retail. So we have came up with this theory when we did research about how eBay and Skype didn't work quite well. So this is synergy. Synergy is a theory saying that if you combine two companies, there will be an increase in value, in shareholders' value, in revenue, in talent, in customer base, and could reduce costs by achieving economy of scales. So mergers acquisition was a industry norm, so not only with this industry, but also in others industry within the US and the rest of the world. There's a trend saying that a lot of companies decided to merge and acquire other companies just to survive, to grow, and to increase the shareholders' value. So, eBay, PayPal, and Skype. So they wanted to create a seamless platform where sellers and buyers can communicate, can exchange the products using the internet. Because eBay's mission was to connect buyers and sellers, therefore they decided to buy Skype. Skype was a very popular calling and answering platform.
Excuse me, Tammy. And I think eBay, PayPal, Skype is used. They have a synergy to maintain their competitive advantage, sustainable competitive advantage through sell the goods through the seller can sell the goods to the buyer through online, and they do not see each other. So this is how they can maintain this, how they can maintain the sustainable competitive advantage with the synergy here theories. Yeah.
So you're saying that they provided the flexibility in buying and communicating because online environment is quite risky, so the more communication the better, right?
Yeah, I think so.
So eBay decided to purchase Skype and PayPal in 2002 just to take advantage of the synergy. So they believe that communication is the key for e-commerce, and if they can provide this capability, then the customer will be happy and they will increase their their market share and value eventually. However, at the time, there was a lot of criticism about the decision to purchase Skype. Here are the quotations that I got from researching about the synergy between Skype and eBay. So a lot of marketing managers of big companies, they said that eBay, if you think eBay is an auction house, and Skype is just a phone company, so it doesn't work at all. And Sky can get more money and more value by increasing their customer base using existing eBay's customer. However, it's not very clear for eBay because they weren't sure that the customer from Sky will actually like the service that eBay was providing. So, we coming up with this recommendation that eBay should only focus on the core competencies, which means their online auction, online retail, and internet payments. And any future acquisition needs to be considered carefully. They need to take into account any internal and external factors, such as the company cultures. If two companies can share the same culture, and also the human resource. If the two kind of different people from two different companies can work well, and then they can actually take advantage of the other's technology as well.
Thank you.
So thank you for that. So we're just gonna come up with the breakout activity.